Does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
Now here's Mills. There's the pass to Ray. Here's Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Here's Smooth. Off that in on the way. Smooth's got 7 points for the quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots. Ben, keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
We'll go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Mahinmi. Parsons comes in. And the Lakers with some changes. Looney's checked in for Howard. Smooth comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Jeremy Lin in for O.J. Mayo. To the wing right side. Denver passing it around. Ray the pass to Baines. Rebound the Lakers. Smooth's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
And the Lakers making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. 1:27 left in the first half. They set the pick. No good from Smooth. The Nuggets trail by 5. Out to Chandler. Adams, the pass to Ray. Power down with both hands.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans really lit it up. He finished with 42 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of it.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. That will count. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
Incredible.
3 points at at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Lakers on top, leading by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
I don't really know. To be honest, I was just looking for chances to get my shot off. And I just happened to find them over and over in that first half. So, I don't know. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but until then, I'm just going to keep attacking.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision-making in the second half. I will point out that all the steals we got in that half as something we can build on. We pestered them with our D. That was great. And when we get back on the court, let's do everything in our power to get the ball into the post. I want us feeding it down low at every opportunity. We know we're up against a tough team tonight. Let's show them we're just as tough.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Freak.
Just keep and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
The Nuggets trail by 5. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Adams is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Moutier. And it's Ray in at the 3 spot. Here's Fareed.
And now a look at the Moutier. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Julius Randle. He hits the second from the line. Lakers lead by 4. Passes it to Smooth. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot for shoot 2. It goes on Kenneth Fareed. The Lakers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. Inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Now, here's Moutier. He's guarded by Russell. Moutier kicks to Adams. He feeds it to Hardaway. 4 on the clock. Excellent D there for Mayo.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Smooth passes to Mayo. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. Last year, getting it done.
Another one.
7th in blocks.
Shape up.
8th in field goal percentage. And he did his share on the glass. Battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
I tell you what, he was on. Serious lane patrol last season. Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up as a top 10 shot blocker.
The Nuggets trail by 5, and that one's good. 22 points for him.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Russell passes to Smooth. Inside, here's Parsons. And a little walk that time, but it drops. Parsons got 5 points so far.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Freak number 1.
Well, anytime you can be the player that leads the league in scoring or you're the top scorer, that's a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Hardaway kicks to Moutier. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Moutier's got 12.
You know, of the last match, mouth basketball guy.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And so it's the Lakers with it. 3-point lead. Mayo, the pass to Smooth. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now, here's Moutier. Defense is right there.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Dishes it to Fareed. The Nuggets moving the ball around. It's tipped, but he gets it back. With the second effort, count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Moutier.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Deflects the pass, and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Drops in the breakaway layup. 24 points for him.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to work and turn it into a transition opportunity, even better. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
There's the pick. Pass to Ray. Fires the 3. Here's Adams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
And they've made the long-range Looked like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Lakers leading by 3. There's the pass to Smooth. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Three-pointer. The shot will not go. Chandler with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 3. Mills with it to the inside. Here's Adams. Rebound the Lakers. Smooth's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. With some arc. In deep. Mayo drops it in. Mayo's got 8.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Mills with it. Now guarded by Parsons. Now Mills. Feeds it to Baines. Drops it in from 11 feet. Baines has got his first 2 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Nuggets trail by 5. There's the pick. And Mills kicks to Adams. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one play. Think of this, only one play in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the big difference. Wilt Chamberlain on Mark. Here's Mills. He dishes it to Baines. And again, Denver no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Chandler dishes to Mills. They set the pick. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Adams. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Passes to Smooth. Off target from 3-point range.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Mills. Pass to Adams. Drops it in from 11 feet. And it's now only a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Smooth passes to Russell. Count the bucket. Russell's got 8 points.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
They set the pick. Out to Chandler. Over to the left wing. Baines dishes to Chandler.